The Malwa Plateau, a land shaped by geography and by history. At the heart of central India lies Mhow, a cantonment established in 1818 following the Treaty of Mandsaur. For over 2 centuries, this landscape has served a singular purpose: to prepare armies for the challenges of their time. Today, that legacy continues. Because this is where future military leadership is forged, not just for the battles of today, but for conflicts yet unseen. Mhow is not just a location, it is a military learning ecosystem. Here stand 3 premier institutions of the Indian Army: the Infantry School, where the fundamentals of soldiering are taught; the Military College of Telecommunication Engineering, preparing for cyber and electronic warfare; and the Army War College, where tactics evolve into operational art and leadership into strategy. Together, they form the intellectual backbone of the Indian Army. In 1971, the Indian Army established the College of Combat to institutionalize lessons from conflict and prepare for the future. From its early years to the development of a dedicated campus in the 1980s, to its rechristening as the Army War College in 2003, the institution has continuously evolved. Today, it stands as one of India's premier institutions of professional military education, shaping leadership across tactical, operational, and strategic levels. At its core lies a simple but powerful idea: the scholar warrior. Its motto, Yuddhaya Krit Nischaya, into battle with resolve, is not just about courage, but conviction, clarity, and responsibility. Here, officers are encouraged to question, to debate, and to think independently, because modern warfare demands leaders who can decide under uncertainty.
So our motto time and again reminds us that when the nation commits its armed forces, it must do so with leaders who are mentally prepared, ethically grounded, and operationally sound to emerge victorious under any conditions.
It is natural, therefore, to train officers at regular frequency, coinciding with different stages of their career. The Junior Command Course is the foundation of leadership. It is here that officers first step beyond their own specialization and begin to understand the battlefield as an integrated system.
This is the course where officers are taught the fundamentals, the basics of tactical operations. This goes beyond the technical courses. It goes beyond what the young officers are taught, the initial fieldcraft and battlecraft.
At this scale, lessons learned here ripple across the entire army.
What we do see is that drastic change in a large number of cases. The perspective of an officer specifically related to, let's say, tactical planning and conduct of operations, changes a huge amount from the time he first comes onto the course.
Nearly 1,800 officers train here every year. Over 600 at a time for 12 weeks each, making it one of the largest professional military courses in the world. After several years of service, those who make the cut to lead battalions and regiments return to Mhow to undergo the senior command course that prepares officers for one of the most critical roles in the Indian Army: command of a unit.
So the commanding officers are widely regarded as the cutting edge of the Indian Army's leadership, as they are in any other army. And they are required to lead their troops in battle, both in peace and war. So the senior command wing, where we are now sitting, is conducting the senior command course, which is the command preparatory course, conducted over a period of 10 weeks to hone their skills for this onerous responsibility.
This is where operational thinking deepens. Nearly 200 officers are carefully selected for the 10-week course. The focus is on joint warfare, emerging technologies, and mission command to tackle modern battlefield challenges. Supported by institutions like the Military College of Telecommunication Engineering, officers gain exposure to cyber, electronic warfare, and modern battle networks. A commanding officer is often nicknamed Tiger in the Indian Army, symbolizing fearlessness and leading from the front. The senior command course is the final grooming before he earns that role.
But the final dressing, the final icing before he takes on is given in this college. And after this complete course is done over the 10 weeks, then we say that yes, finally he has earned his stripes towards taking on and becoming a tiger in his own unit, regiment, battalion, wherever he is going to get to the assignment.
Generally, those graduating from senior command course lead their respective units for 3 years, do another short stint maybe on the staff, and then make their way back to attend the prestigious higher command course. The merit-based selection ensures the best and the brightest make the list. Select officers from the Air Force and Navy join their Army counterparts on the higher command course. This is not just a course. It is a transition from tactical command to operational and strategic leadership.
See, this course is at a very crucial and a critical stage in an officer's life. So the moment he has been a tactical commander, he's been a commanding officer. He comes here, all through his life, he's dealing on tactical issues. This is the place where he has graduated from a tactical commander to a strategic commander.
About 100 officers, 85 from the Army, 11 from the Air Force and 4 from the Navy are selected for the higher command course. The lessons that emerge here after the 42-week postgraduate program are what define officers as senior leaders. Through central lectures, wargaming, joint planning and academic research, officers examine national security, military strategy and global conflict dynamics. They engage with policymakers, practitioners and scholars, bridging theory and practice.
The aim here is to question the status quo. We have to ask difficult questions. And without that, the future leadership is not going to grow.
This is where commanders learn to think in terms of nations, not just battles. What emerges from here are leaders prepared not just to command formations, but to shape military thought and national outcomes. The higher command course extends beyond national boundaries. Through foreign study tours, officers interact with military leaders, institutions, and strategic communities across the world, enhancing their understanding of global security and preparing them for higher leadership responsibilities in an interconnected strategic environment.
There's a lot of prestige which is attached to this course, but then it dawned upon me that this was 1 year of personal transformation that I intended to achieve, because that was a shift that I needed to make from a tactical leader to someone who would be expected to manage things at the operational and the strategic level. So I took it as a moment of joy, as also an opportunity to learn and grow over the next 1 year.
This course has allowed us to open our thinking. I think it has really broadened our horizons to such an extent that we can question the status quo, and we have become actually non-status quoist right now. Because the way technologies are changing and actually redefining the contours of the warfare nowadays, I think there is a serious requirement of a relook into how we are going to fight those wars tomorrow.
The Army War College Mhow also offers a robust continuous professional development program, ensuring learning never stops. Through the Joint Operations Capsule or JOCAP, the officers are exposed to joint operational thinking with eminent speakers providing a comprehensive perspective on national security and joint warfare. This is complemented by the Strategic Fusion and Convergence Capsule or SFCC, which brings together over 160 senior leaders from the military, bureaucracy, academia, industry and think tanks for an intensive exchange of ideas. The capsule is further reinforced by the Higher Defence Orientation Course or HDOC, enabling a deeper understanding of higher defence management and strategic decision making. As warfare evolves, so do the domains in which it is fought. The Information Warfare course at the Army War College prepares officers for the complexities of the modern information environment. From cyber and information operations to influence, perception and narrative building, officers are trained to operate in a domain where battles are fought beyond the physical battlefield. While Indian officers undergo the full 6-week program, this course also brings together officers from friendly foreign countries who join during its concluding phase, bringing fresh perspectives into an already dynamic learning environment. Training together in this critical domain, they exchange perspectives, examine emerging challenges, and develop a shared understanding of information-led conflict.
It's a very important course, information warfare, and talking about the cyber, then the way the war or dimension needs to be looked at in the forward, it should be information warfare. So I think it is a very important course for everybody of us and in the world.
These interactions strengthen professional linkages and prepare officers for cooperation in an increasingly interconnected security environment. And these relationships do not end when the course concludes. Through initiatives like Friends for Life, an outreach platform envisioned by General Upendra Dwivedi, Chief of the Army Staff, the connection continues well beyond Mhow. What begins as a course evolves into a network. In a world of evolving security challenges, these relationships become a force multiplier. At the Army War College, the Faculty of Studies in Leadership serves as the intellectual core of the institution, contributing to the evolution of military thought. As an in-house think tank, it plays a pivotal role in shaping concepts, refining training methodologies, and ensuring that professional military education remains aligned with the evolving character of warfare.
We also are teaching something like what we call red teaming concepts, which is questioning the assumptions of any policy or any plans which are there, so that empowers them to have such kind of a dissent in case they don't feel that this thing is going to work. So they have some voice in them to present themselves, their logical thought process, so that we refine the plans, policies and other matters. So in fact, we are the red teamers of the Army War College. We also have the faculty of military leaderships, in which we are training them at different stages of leadership values which they need to imbibe when they go into the environment, and also the challenges which they are going to face. Our main focus here is not to tell them not what to think, but how to think.
The faculty anchors key academic engagements including Ran Samvad, the Doctrine and Strategy Seminar, Army Management Study Board and the Strategic Leadership Program, while also driving publications and doctrine formulation, thereby directly contributing to the intellectual capital of the Indian Army. Balancing military fundamentals with emerging realities, the faculty ensures, through digital platforms like Project Ekalavya, that future commanders are equipped to understand and operate within the complexities of the modern battlefield. The Combat Library serves as a rich repository of military knowledge, providing access to books, journals, operational studies and strategic research essential for professional military education. Complementing this is the concept of human library, which allows experienced officers and veterans to engage with children and families, transforming personal experiences into lessons that inspire and endure. Spread across more than 500 acres, the Army War College is not just a training institution. It is a living community. It is a city within a campus. A self-contained ecosystem that supports not just training, but life. Because the strength of an institution is measured not only by the leaders it produces, but by the community it sustains. Because behind every officer in uniform is a support system that strengthens resolve. Children grow up in open spaces, on football fields, cycling through tree-lined cantonment roads, forming friendships that often last a lifetime. From sports facilities, tennis, squash, badminton and golf, sailing at Bircha Lake, to well-equipped gyms and recreational spaces, the campus offers a balanced and active lifestyle. Evenings bring the community together through music, cultural events, and shared moments of celebration. Modern classrooms, advanced simulation centers, and a well-stocked library. Everything required for rigorous professional military education is here. But infrastructure alone does not define an institution. From these corridors have emerged Chiefs of Army Staff, India's first and second Chiefs of the Defence Staff, and military leaders who have served with distinction across the world. That legacy is not just a source of pride, it is a responsibility carried forward every single day.
Army War College has come a long way since its raising in 1971 and has been at the forefront of imparting professional military education at the tactical, operational and strategic level. As warfare evolves and the global security environment becomes more complex, our vision is to keep expanding our horizons in the times to come. We are striving towards establishing centers of excellence in war, warfare and warfighting to include military technology, geopolitics and international relations, while strengthening academic partnerships across the world. We also aim to deepen our engagement with the friendly foreign countries by expanding opportunities for international officers. Our aspiration is to evolve Army War College into an institute of national importance and institute of choice, preparing leaders for the challenges of future.
In recognition of its excellence in training, doctrine and professional military education, the Army War College has been awarded twice by the GOCNC Unit Citations and the Chief of Army Staff Unit Citation in 2026, reaffirming its standing as a premier institution of the Indian Army. Here, in the heart of Malwa, the Indian Army prepares its future. The Army War College, Mhow. Into battle with resolve.